Hi folks, thanks for tuning in to another Watson Brothers video. Ian and I are down here to discuss the stats of October 2022, which Ian will get to in a moment. But as you can see, we are in a phenomenal location. We are in the Ella building. We're going to explain a little bit more about this spectacular property. But first, Ian, get us into the stats. Pick
As
me up
always,
with some good news.
I do not have great news, and I'll tell you why. Is because there's no buyers out there. When there's no buyers, the market does not move. And I can look at these numbers, and we get stats that come from the board, and we also do some graphing to make sure we understand exactly where these numbers are and where we think they're going. Basically, everything is off right now, off about 50% versus a year ago. And mind you, last year was a record year. The amount of sales volume that's going through in townhomes, apartments, and single-family homes, which are the three big categories that Barrett and I follow, are basically off by 50%. Prices are definitely coming down as sellers try to attract buyers to their product. And that will continue until the market gets to a place where confidence is back. And what is confidence going to do and look like? Confidence, we believe, will be when the interest rates no longer go up. Once they balance and they stabilize, at that point, people are going to go, aha, here we are. It's time to get back in. And typically what happens is those buyers come back with a vengeance. We know the demand is there. We know inventory is starting to rise, so they will have product to pick from. But when they come back, they have been sitting on the sidelines for 6, 8, 9 months. When they come back, they do need places to live and buy, and they will.
And I think, Ian, you say we get the stats. I think an important part of that, our interpretation of them, is 50 years we've been doing this now. We really get a good feel for a pulse of Kelowna. And the numbers are one thing, but what are the phones like? And I think over the last couple of weeks, we've seen things get a little bit busier. That last interest rate hike was a half point, one of the smaller ones. And I think people are starting to go, maybe it's not all doom and gloom.
The world's not ending.
It's not. A couple of things I wanted to talk about, and a bit of an education period for you, is the January 1st of 2023, Ian, is a little known thing called the home buyers rescission period. Now, this hasn't come in with a lot of fanfare. And Ian, we've always said it before, we don't know why the government gets involved in legislation like this, but they do. The reason on this one is to cool down the real estate market.
And as I've just told you, the real estate market is already cool.
Part two of my education, and you can see, Ian, that we've moved outside here, which we will again get to in a moment, is the ban on foreign buyers. As of January 1st, for a 2-year period, the government, in its wisdom, has said that nobody outside of Canada, with a few exceptions, can buy real estate in Canada. And that, Ian, is because of the quote from the website, trying to cool down the red-hot real estate market.
Missed it again. Missed it again.
As you can see, Ian and I have moved again, which you're easily able to do on this massive outdoor deck, which we'll get to in a moment.
Let me just talk to you about the opportunities in the marketplace. So the reason you work with realtors like Barrett and I, we've been at this 26 years each, is because there are opportunities here. And let's take an example of a typical 2-bed, 2-bath unit at the Verve, which is in North Glenmore. Classic investor type property. We know that a year ago they were selling for $550,000. And you're saying $550,000 at a 2% mortgage, I could make that work. Well, now that same unit is $440,000, and you're going to pay 5% interest rate, or 5.25%. When you do the math on it, though, and you calculate the same percentage down and keep everything the same, you actually, at the end of your 5-year period, you will owe $68,000 less than if you had bought that a year ago.
What I think you're saying as well is people focus on the negatives and the doom and gloom of, 5%, when in reality, they are saving money.
You're saving money. We've moved locations again on this expansive deck. We could do it all day long.
It's a good size. I thought I would just end on some positive notes. The last couple of months, we've just been bombarded with negative media here, there, everywhere. Ian and I, we see what's going on. We feel what's going on out there. A couple of quick little tidbits for you to put a smile on your face this week. Predator Ridge just released building lots, 38 of them, 30 were gobbled up. Those, Ian, were priced from $640,000 to $1.2 million. That's incredible. That's just for the land. There was 13 acres over in West Kelowna. There's going to be 1,000 unit development starting over there. $61 million of money has changed hands in the last 90 days for single family on Lakeshore. That upper market, we did talk about it in our stats earlier, but it hasn't missed a beat yet. It just keeps rocking and rolling. Our neighbors down in Penticton, they've just been announced as one of the top 5 cities to invest in real estate next year. And Big White, in the last 6 months, I always come back to Big White because it's a barometer I like to use. There's been 47 sales in the last 6 months, and you go, ooh, is that a lot? Is that a
That's
little?
a lot.
That's a lot. That's one about every 4 days, just less. And there's only 68 for sale up there. And at this time of year, going into November, we should see up there typically it could be 150. Only 68. That means that buyers are confident in their pocket money because that's discretionary, that's fun, that's play money, and they're spending it wildly up there.
They are. And I think if you take a look at the marketplace, we see good things coming in 2023. It's just a matter of when.
That's right.
So now for the big reveal, we have been in unit number 608 in Ella. In our opinion, this could be one of the finest apartments in downtown Kelowna. It's got a walking score of perfect. The outdoor deck literally could have 100 people on it and you'd still have elbow room. Totally updated by both the developer and the original owner. It comes with 2 oversized parking stalls, 2 storage lockers, hot tub, may I add, the only hot tub in the entire building, and views in all directions. A smart person once told me that you can create shade, but you cannot create sunshine, and you can find sunshine on this deck all day long. And if you want some shade, that you can create. So come down, have a look at it, and as I say, if this one was on the market 18 months ago, we would literally be doing crowd control. In this case, the market is quiet, and these are the opportunities that Ian and I have been talking about. Phenomenal deals just waiting to be seen. Give us a call, 250-712-2222.